Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be previewing this coming Saturday's meeting here from Fanny Bay, WS Cox Plate Day, the 28th of October. It's a little bit of a lighter day in the top end this week after our 6 races held just 7 days ago. A total of 32 horses have accepted for the meeting, and it is to be hoped that our next meeting, which of course is on Melbourne Cup Day, the first Tuesday in November, has more runners and bigger fields. The first of the afternoon gets underway at 2:52 p.m, while the last is timed to go at 5:22 p.m. In the first event, the Melbourne Cup Day on the 7th of November handicap, it's not far away now. It's a 0 to 70 over 1,600 metres, the opener, and my numbers are 2, 1 and 5. Number 2, Son of Bielski. He's done very little wrong in his 3 starts in the top end for trainer Chris Nash. He's had the 3 starts. He's won his last 2, both over 1,300 metres, and steps up to the mile here on Saturday. He's backing up from winning last week, but I don't see that as an issue. Chris is a very good trainer, and he wouldn't have put the horse back in again this week if he wasn't happy with him. So Mark Pegas again takes the mount. Nash, he's having a really good run, as I mentioned. He's had 5 wins from only 11 runners this season. So while he doesn't have big numbers, he certainly knows what to do when he gets the right horse on race day. So I thought Son of Bielski, up and trip, would be hard to beat. Number 2, ahead of number 1, Influential Jack from the Gary Clark stable. Jared Todd aboard. Influential Jack hasn't raced since the 7th of October, so what's that, 3 weeks? Ran some decent races during the carnival, and on his best form, he'll be in the finish. And then for third, another winner from last week, number 5, New Enterprise, trained by Pete Stennett. Pete, like Nash, he's having a great run with his team. That was his 7th winner of the campaign with New Enterprise. Vanessa Arnott did the riding last week. She's on again, led all the way, won easy. He's up in grade significantly, though. That was a 0 to 58. He's up to the 0 to 70. But if he goes like he went last week, he must be in the finish. My numbers in the first are 2, 1 and 5. The second, the Christmas Buffet at the Bay handicap, this over the 1,000 metres, the first of 2 sprint races on the day, 2 short course races, and this for the 0 to 64 gallopers. My numbers here are 1, 2 and 3. He's back from a break of some 7 weeks. Number 1, Change is Coming, trained by Clark Racing, Jared Todd in the saddle. He's had the 4 starts in Darwin, as we know. He's won twice, both times over this trip, both times by big margins. In between times, he let the side down a little bit, but he's very quick. He's got a lot of upside, this horse. Gary's kept him ticking along, and he's bringing him out on Saturday, and I think you'll see the real changes coming, and he'll be winning. Number 1. Ahead of number 2, Pocket Pistol, Paul Shires for Tayan Halter from the inside gate. Good form lines around Pocket Pistol. He was 3rd last time out behind Soul Spirit. That was in 0 to 64 grade, over 1,100. Whether he can match it with Changes Coming over the 1,000 remains to be seen, but got him in for 2nd. And in for 3rd, number 3, last week's winner, Exceedingly Magic from the stable of Phil Cole, and Emma Lyons rode last week. She's on again. Drawn the 4. I don't think they'll be able to cross Changes Coming as long as he jumps, of course. He can be a little bit of a trick at the gates, but if he jumps out, I think he'll lead on the fence. Exceedingly Magic, that was a good win last week and a overdue win. And if she can be up alongside the other horse coming around the home turn, who knows what may happen. But I think he's too good. Number 1, Changes Coming. My numbers in the second, 1, 2 and 3. The third is the Ladbroke handicap. That's our highest rated race of the day, also over the 1,000, and this a benchmark 76. Numbers here are 1, 2 and 3 again. And same combination up the top. Number 1, Doc O'Connor. Gary Clark, Jared Todd, the combo. Hasn't raced since the Carnival, where he won twice in succession, including his last start win on Cup Day in the Montgomery Lightning. He's a ripper, is Doc O'Connor. He's just turned 4. He's had the 12 starts for 5 wins and 2 seconds, and he excels over the 1,000 metres, 7 starts, 2 wins and 2 seconds. He's drawn 2. Once again, I expect him to lead and take all sorts of running down. So I thought Doc O'Connor on top. Incidentally, Gary Clark with 3 runners here, Phil Cole with 2, so they've got the entire 5-horse field. In for second, the Coltrane runner, Star Magnum. Emma Lyons aboard, claims the 2 kilos, so down to 57, so gets a couple of kilos off Doc O'Connor. It was the last start winner over 1,100 metres. That was on the 7th of October, so 3 weeks ago. Prior to that, ran second to Ideas Man, so in good form, Star Magnum, and must be hard to beat again. And in for third, the stablemate of Doc O'Connor, number 3, Mr. Cashman. Mark Pegas rides for Gary Clark, and Mr Cashman racing really consistently. Hasn't won over 1,000 metres. If they go crazy up front, who knows, he might be able to get home over the top of them. So you've got to have him in the mix. Numbers in the third, as easy as 1, 2, 3. The fourth, the Ladbrokes Odds Surge Trobus Maiden Plate for the non-winners. This is our biggest race of the day with 9 slated to go around here over the 1,300 metres. And my numbers are 2, 4 and 3. Number 2, Gunshot Glitter. This one not trained by Gary Clark, but trained by his daughter Ella, and to be ridden by Mark Pegas, and knocking on the door, Gunshot Glitter. 2 seconds his last 2, and I think gets a really good chance to break through here. He was second to Capistan last time out, only beaten 3/4 of a length on that occasion, and he went down to Bluffed the previous start, beaten about 1.25 lengths. I liked his run last time, and I think he's knocking right on the door. Number 2, Gunshot Glitter for me, ahead of Ella's father's horse, number 4, Nouveau Marché. Jared Todd for Gary, and Nouveau Marché back fresh up. Hasn't raced since the Derby on the 22nd of July. This is probably a little on the short side, but I'm sure he'll race well fresh. And he ran 5th in the Derby, 4th in a 3-year-old race prior to that. And I think he's got ability, probably just wanted a bit of time, this horse. So watch for him first up. And then for third, number 3, Lord Fenrir. Another consistent gallop, only had the 5 starts for 2 seconds, a third, a fourth, and then last time out a little disappointing behind Capistan, but will allow him another chance from the Phil Cole stable. Emma Lyons in the saddle. Race 4, my numbers 2, 4 and 3. And the last on Cox Plate Day is the Book Your Christmas Party handicap. It's only 2 months to Christmas, so you get stuck in and book your Christmas party here at the Darwin Turf Club. This over the 1,100 metres for the 0 to 58 gallopers, and my numbers are 3, 6 and 4. Going here with the Gary Clark trained Hinestrosa. Jared Todd aboard. Gary could be in for a good day, but we said that last week. I thought he'd train a number of winners. Had the 1, I think he had 4 seconds, so that's racing, isn't it? So Hinestrosa for me. Good run on resuming. That was the 23rd of September. Finished 4th to Madame Romanov. He is second up here, and from the inside draw I think he'll race forward and take plenty of catching. Number 3, Hinestrosa. Ahead of number 6, Motivated Miss. The bad barrier draw, my only question, well, bad insofar as it's drawn the outside. Barrier 7. Jason Manning and Vanessa aren't at the combination. Only had the 4 starts in Darwin for a win, a second, a 4th and a 5th, and never gets beaten far, so I think Motivated Miss must be in the mix here. And my third selection, number 4, Pop Magic for Ella Clark. Stan Sakos takes them out here. Second last time out to Patriotic King, when Patriotic King broke the track record here a couple of starts ago. And Pop Magic on his day is more than capable of figuring in the finish. Numbers in the last are 3, 6 and 4. Best bet of the day, I'm not going to go with one of those shorties in those first 3 races, but race 4, number 2, Gunshot Glitter. I think will be very hard to beat in the maiden. Race 4, number 2, Gunshot Glitter. Well, the best roughie actually is in the same race, which is unusual. Race 4, number 9, No Rain, No Flowers. Bit of buzz around No Rain, No Flowers from the Chris Pollard stable. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk. We'll be back again on Monday week to preview one of the feature days on the Top End calendar, not to mention the whole of Australia, and that of course is Melbourne Cup Day, and that is the first Tuesday in November. I think I might have said we'll be back on the Monday. I think our fields actually close on the Friday, so we'll do a track talk on the Friday before the big race on the following Tuesday. And until then, good luck and good punting.